All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? You are listening to another episode of Blame Your Brother. I'm hearing some feedback there. Episode 28. That's right, episode 28. And you are listening to Blame Your Brother, the best podcast in this room right now. All right, so there's three of us that come to you every week on this podcast. I am 1/3 of the show. I am D. Brew, a.k.a. Mr. 40%, a.k.a. Nick Nickum, hashtag that man. I'm your main host, and I am joined every week by the man to the left of me, the snowflake himself, Mr. Lee.
A.K.A. Mr. Happy Pants. I'm going to do my David imitation. Got the hat rolling low, baby. No eyes.
I mean, is that what I do?
That's what you're doing right now.
Okay. All right, and then I am joined to the man to the right of me, Mr. PTI himself, John Tortorella.
Yay. I'm John, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. the Wild Man.
A.k.a.
I don't have a hat this week, so.
Well, if you are confused about what we're wearing, you can go to youtube.com/blameyourbrother, and you can watch us live on video. We're right now behind a sunny beach backdrop. We're at the beach. We're hanging out. We're drinking margaritas, having a good time. Is that what you drink on the... No, what do you drink on the beach?
You can drink margaritas. You can also drink pina coladas.
Pina coladas is what I was thinking of. All right. So anyway, Blame Your Brother. You can find us at bybpod.com on the internet, bybpod.com. You can check us out on Twitter at bybpod, at facebook.com/bybpod, on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, and listen to us every Thursday at Radio Vegas Rocks. That's radiovegas.rocks on the internet. That is an internet radio station that we are proud to be part of. They play a ton of great shows, provide great content. So get it on TuneIn. If you go to the TuneIn app, you can just search for Radio Vegas Rocks, listen to all the great shows, and listen to us every Thursday around 3 p.m. And it is broadcast out of Vegas. So technically, we are syndicated out of Vegas and Nashville. So there we go. So we have a ton of topics to get to tonight, a ton of arguments to get into. But before we do that, Lee, we'll get started with you. Any apologies you would like to make this week for last week's show?
No.
Okay, fantastic. John, is there anything you said last week you'd like to apologize for?
Nope.
Well, I would like to apologize for all three of us, actually. I felt we dropped the ball.
That's good.
Last week was the first week of February, and we did not mention Black History Month one time on the show. We did not acknowledge Black History Month at all on the program. So I'm going to apologize for all three of us for this tragic error. And shame on you, both of you. I do a lot on this show. You know, I'm running the board, notes, all this stuff. I got a lot on my brain.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
And
it's a small one, so it doesn't take much to fill it up.
Before the show started, I asked you guys, I was like, hey, remember Black History Month? And you both looked at me and you said, yeah, we'll remember it.
That is an untruth.
The truth was you said, I'll remember it, boss. And I said, okay, so let's get on that. So we did fail to mention that last week. We apologize. So Lee is going to give us off the top of his dome the black person of the podcast, a historical figure in African-American culture, and he will give us some facts about him. Right now, go.
I think the very most, for me, the biggest historical figure is Martin Luther King Jr. I think his focus always on nonviolence and bringing people together is just unprecedented. It's amazing that someone could live through the trials and tribulations that he did and continue to just to have this positivity about bringing people together. Amazing, just simply amazing.
Can you give us his date of birth?
No, I can't give you his
date.
I can't give you your date of birth.
It's just where he was born.
I can't tell you where you were born. What is wrong with what I said?
Nothing. It's great.
Okay, you give us.
He did ask
who are
for
you
a bunch
picking?
of
Who are you picking?
Facts. So.
And split it off with where they were born and their birthday.
I mean, I feel that we got to move on. We got room for one person, and that was it. Okay. And you burned it, so we're gonna move on past that. So next week, maybe I'll come in with somebody. All right.
Okay, that's good. Maybe
All
you
right.
should.
So anyway, we're moving on past that. All right. So we got a bunch of topics to talk about. I'm going to let Lee kind of steer the ship this week with the topics because he's gotten a few written down. What do we have on the agenda for this week? What is a good story to lead off with? What happened this past weekend in the news?
Well, I think, there was one about a substitute teacher.
I think
And
what was the big thing that happened this past weekend on Sunday? A historical event.
Let's see.
It
Starts with
The
super.
There was a role-playing game.
yes. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl? Yes or no?
Looking at me?
John, did you watch the Super Bowl?
Not live. I didn't watch it live, but I watched a lot of the highlights and
That's
stuff.
tragic. Lee, did you watch the
No.
Super Bowl?
No, I did
wait,
not.
You're telling me?
I didn't even watch the highlights.
You mean I'm
Or the
wait?
halftime
You're
show.
joking? I'm sitting here as the only person that not only watched the Super Bowl but lost my freaking mind watching
I'm
the
sure
Super
you
Bowl.
did lose your mind. I did listen to the end of the second quarter on the radio.
Where were you at? While I don't want to hear. I want to hear some explanations. Where were you at while you were not watching the game? Where were you at? What were you doing?
I had a tabletop role-playing game scheduled, so I went to that. Little Fallout Nashville style. It's pretty cool. If you're on Twitter, you should look at my page. There, our game master drew a really cool map, hand drawn of Nashville, Fallout 4 style. It's pretty cool. You should check it out. Way cooler than Tom Brady ever.
No, never. John, what were you doing? Sleeping or what? What's the deal?
I was sleeping. I had to work that night.
All right. Well, I mean, John works midnight, so at least I can't believe you didn't even watch the game.
I listened to like
All right,
15
so
minutes of it.
I mean, I know everybody's talked about the game, so it's not going to be like big news or anything. But
Shouldn't be any spoilers at this point.
no, but the New England Patriots had the biggest comeback ever in a Super Bowl.
A lot of historic things happened. for the Super
First
Bowl.
overtime ever in
Yeah.
a Super Bowl. First time a player had ever won 5 Super Bowl games. First time I think one was ever MVP 4 times. And, it was – I mean, if you watched, you watched. I mean, you don't want to hear a recap a week
I
later.
kind of want to hear a recap of it.
I mean, I was
Okay.
watching the game, and I was bummed. I was like depressed. I thought it was over in the first quarter. I looked at my father-in-law, and I just like, this game's over. It's done.
How much money did Tom Brady and the Patriots pay for that comeback?
They didn't pay any. The Atlanta had never been to the big game before, and they choked. It's
Did you-
straight
I
up.
do
I mean,
believe that's what I said last week.
yeah, you did. John did call that. He said they would choke in the big moment.
You didn't see those pictures that came out?
No.
Tom Brady had a pump in
All
between
right.
halftime.
That's funny. Last year, I mean, this is
Whatever.
2017. You got new
You're
jokes
not
here?
going to say I posted that on Twitter, honestly, like you always do?
Did you?
You.
Oh yeah, I mean, my wife. so I'm watching.
oh.
I'll give you. I'm just going to tell my story since neither of you watched. Okay, so I'm watching now. If people don't know and they can't watch the YouTube video, I'm wearing my Tom Brady hat right now. I'm one of the biggest Tom Brady fans in Tennessee, probably that I know of. Yeah, I can't say of ever because
He's the biggest one I know.
right. I am a huge Tom Brady fan. Like any team he went to, I would root for automatically. So I'm bummed out in the first quarter. I mean, I'm like really not even talking. I'm just sitting there just like this. How is this even happening? This is another case where the good guys are going to lose. They're going to lose the game,
How are they the
guys are
good
gonna-
guys?
because Tom Brady is like a Greek god brought to life, dude. I mean,
Tom Brady is a Greek god.
how do you not see that? Look at this guy. The guy's handsome as can be. He's married to a supermodel. He's like an MVP. He's set records, man. He's the best quarterback in the game. He's cerebral. He can throw the ball. He's like a role model. He's like, he's out there. He's living a good life. There's no scandals with this guy except for fake ones created by Roger Goodell. I mean, if you had to come back, which NFL player would you like to come back as? Tom Brady's like your number one answer, right?
I mean, Peyton Manning would be a close second, right?
Is Peyton Manning married to a supermodel?
It doesn't matter. Why
John,
are you
does-
so
John-
hung up? What
John,
does
does
that
that-
have to do with
well,
any-
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, if you're gonna come back as an NFL player,
Yeah.
you want the one with the most rings.
Right.
You want the one with the most MVP trophies.
And you want the one with the supermodel
And you want
wife,
the one
right?
with the supermodel
Thank you.
wife.
I mean, I don't even understand what's the comparison. Peyton Manning
well,
to
for
Tom
one,
Brady?
for starters.
That's like, do you want a BMW or a Toyota Corolla? Like, which one are you really going to pick?
I'll tell you why. Because
I mean,
he's
that would-
all over the news hugging up on Trump.
So what?
That's not what I want to come back
Now,
as, ever.
Now I want to talk about this. I do. I'm glad you brought that up because you
good.
know what I'm sick and tired of?
What are you sick and tired of?
All these people now, if you like Trump, they crucify you. Companies, players, musicians. I mean, when did this become cool in America to not like someone because of who they voted for?
Like 1900s?
Here's the problem.
1820?
Here's the problem between the right and the left. I like liberal comedians up and down the board. I love liberal musicians up and down the board. Liberal actors, I love them. I could care less. I don't go watch your movies. I don't listen to your music. I don't go to your stand-up specials because of who you voted for. I could give a damn less who you voted for. I really do not care. But the left, they care. Oh, we're going to boycott this store because they did something we don't like. Well, you boycott every store, you dummies, because they've all done something you don't like.
Can I just throw something in here?
Go ahead, sure.
Okay, first off, the main reason I don't like Tom Brady is because you do. Okay, let's just clear that up. And you said I didn't say I didn't like Tom Brady because he's hugging up on Trump. I said I didn't want to come back as him as a football player because I don't want to hug up on Trump.
Fair enough.
That's it.
Okay. But
why are you like every liberal person in the world?
They're the worst.
Hates everyone that likes Trump.
A lot of them do.
Yes. Say everyone. I mean,
but
I think the ones with the loudest mouths.
I mean, do you not remember when the Dixie Chicks lost their career because they spoke out against George W. Bush?
And I didn't agree with that then.
You're acting like the liberals are the only people that do it. Conservatives and liberals, human beings, have a tendency. It's not a political issue.
The thing now is with everything. So Ivanka Trump. Now, what's Ivanka Trump done besides be born to the man? If your father runs for president, you're not going to support him. I mean, we all going to sit here and act like that's not a reality. You're not going to be there and support your father if you love him if he runs for president. John, come on.
We're not talking about.
So now she's being boycotted. All of her stuff's being taken out of Nordstrom because her father's Donald Trump. Like Under Armour president comes out and he goes, "Yeah, I want to work with Donald Trump." Now all these athletes, Rock and Steph Curry, are going, we don't agree with this, and so we're not going to wear Under Armour.
Good, it's a new era, baby.
And now Patriot players come out going,
new era.
Nope, Patriots are coming out going, "I'm not going to the White House because I don't approve of the man."
Good.
So he runs the White House, and then our own Nashville sheriff had a meeting at the president's like, "Come meet with me. I want to talk about the state of community corrections." He goes, "Nah, I'm out. I'm not going to meet with this guy because I don't agree with him." I mean, this is where the state.
Okay, I have a question.
Was this happening under Barack Obama? Did people not go to the White House because of Barack
Obama?
Part
about it is like,
dude,
by just meeting with Trump, that would bring so many opportunities to Nashville.
I mean,
Can I just throw something out? Have you heard of the Constitution? Have you heard of
I've heard of
the First Amendment.
Yeah,
so you're like saying this is people's rights to speak out.
No, it is right, but it's stupid. But
you're just saying it's wrong.
Well, I think it's stupid.
So if someone feels that passionately, because we talked about this last week, and you don't seem to understand this, so I'm going to reiterate it.
Go ahead.
Donald Trump is a radical president. He is unlike any president in modern history. True or false?
True, and that's why he got elected.
Okay, that is why and that's why people are so upset about it. He's very polarizing. That was your words last week, David. Very polarizing.
But this is the millennial generation. If I don't agree with you, I can't sit at the table and break bread with you. I can't shake your hand.
Conservatives the millennial conservatives are the same way.
Well, they're stupid, all of them. I'm calling all
millennials are stupid.
I come from an era where just because you don't like a man, you can still sit down and talk with him. This is how we accomplish things in this country, in this world, as we actually discuss. I have more liberal friends than I have conservative friends. What is the idea that I can't be a friend with you because of how you vote? I could care less.
I agree with you 100%, but Donald Trump doesn't. If you disagree with Donald Trump and you're at a press conference, he singles you out and tells you to leave. You will never ever get any news while I'm president. So what you're talking about, Donald Trump actually 100% supports.
Kellyanne Conway is on CNN every day, and that's his chief spokesperson. What are you talking about?
So you're telling me Donald Trump does not hate liberals because they're liberal?
Oh, I'm sure he does hate liberals, but they're getting exclusive interviews every weekend. Jake Trapper talks to Kellyanne Conway more than anybody.
That is not Donald Trump.
That is his spokesperson. What are you talking about?
So you're defending Trump against the very thing that you say liberals do. That's just amazing.
I'm defending
that is 100% amazing.
Because he is the boss. If you ever worked somewhere and didn't like your boss, can you imagine going, you know what? I'm not going to sit at this cubicle today. I'll boycott this company. I'm not going to sit at this cubicle.
Good.
I'm not going to listen to my boss. What would happen to you?
So Donald Trump is the executive boss of America.
Yeah.
There's not a check and balance system.
No,
There's
is.
not 3 branches of the government.
It's called the courts.
All right, well, let's check the chat. Let's see what the chat. Let's go to YouTube.
Let's go.
Decibel Geek says, David, in fairness, Trump is not exactly flexible on folks that disagree with him. His Twitter bears that out.
So the liberals are being just as bad as the man they hate. So that's how we live our lives
no,
now?
we're saying
this is what I tell my children. Now, I don't know what everybody else is telling theirs.
right.
But you got to be
Preach
better.
it.
You got to be better than the people you don't like. You have to be the shining light when there's darkness around you. And for you to do the same things that your enemy does to you, it makes you as bad as the man you hate.
I agree with you.
You just talked about
I
Malcolm
agree
X.
with
You literally
No,
just
I
talked
didn't.
about. I'm sorry, Martin Luther
Martin
King.
Luther King Jr.
You talked about Martin Luther King Jr., who preached that out through his entire life.
Right.
He said, "We're not going to be the people we hate. We're going to be stronger than them."
Yeah.
So for these
They
liberals,
take the high road.
yeah,
No, they take the low road.
Okay, well then
Take
everybody's
the high road.
taking the low road. All these liberals going, "We're not going to."
Well, can I break in for a second
Go
here?
ahead.
Take a breather. Relax.
I'm fired up about this.
I
go ahead.
see. I understand you're very passionate about it. But here's what I want to say.
Okay.
These liberals you're talking about are normal people. The president is not a normal person. Okay? He should be put to the highest of standards. And the problem these people have, the normal people, is that the person who is supposed to have the highest standard is like the lowest of standards. That's why people are so upset on the non-conservative side.
I just think if you have a chance to meet the president, if we blame your brother, had the chance to meet with Hillary Clinton if she got in office, there's no scenario where I would ever go, nah, I'm good, dog. I'm not going to go meet her because I don't agree with how she sees the world. I would consider
John,
that.
I would do it just so I could go bowling in the White House.
I would consider.
So
it
if
an honor.
Donald Trump invited you to the White House, you'd go.
Oh yeah, in a minute.
I would
Hell
too.
yeah.
I would too.
I mean,
what about you, YouTube chat? Would you?
all
Would
of them
you-
would. But
would you
these
go?
athletes think they're like making some big, like LeGarrette Blunt. Yeah, dude, you're really making a statement by not going White House. You not follow LeGarrette Blunt's career. This is a guy you don't want to be like. He punched a guy out his college career. He came here. He was a punk here. He was fighting people on team here. He got tossed off this team.
You a
He
punk,
went to Pittsburgh.
Garrett.
He went to Pittsburgh. He got kicked off the team for smoking dope several times. Now he's in. Like this is the guy we're looking to for his political advice. Get out of my face, dude. Get out of here. They didn't want you in the White House anyway, probably because you're a punk. Good. You didn't even have that great of a game anyway. So Tom Brady, I could care less who the man votes for. He votes for Trump. Good for him. Vote for Trump.
It's not who he's voting for. He's got to make.
That's his
Donald,
friend.
He had a "Make America Great Again" hat in his locker on the Super Bowl.
So
Do you know how
what?
much it costs
No,
to have
not in the Super Bowl, my friend. No, it was weeks and weeks and weeks ago.
So you're still a very political message.
His best friend sent him. Oh, not his best friend, but a good friend of his sent him a hat. If John was running for president, okay.
That's rich.
If John was running for president, okay. Now obviously you already know Lee's not going to endorse you. But if John sent me a hat and he was as polarizing as Trump was,
Trump. I would support John.
if he was polarizing as Trump, you would.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
That's
that speaks volumes, my friend.
That's a completely different situation. I'm
You don't-
also
if
not
John,
Tom
wait,
Brady.
If John ran for office, you don't think he would be considered very conservative? I mean,
Right, yeah, of course,
okay,
of
okay,
course.
okay. So the
But it's different.
madman
If
for
I could
pres-
have John be the president of the United States, that would only benefit me.
Okay, but let's say all the liberals hate him. Like, this guy's the worst. He's a Mormon.
They
He's
would.
At the quote, he's an idiot. He's a moron. All this, whatever.
They would.
And so you would
I would.
bounce.
I
So
would
you would
still
bounce
say
to me.
that.
You wouldn't be seen with it. I would wear his merchandise all over town
That's
if
not.
I had
We're
it.
not talking about John. Okay.
Well, we're talking about Tom
We're
Brady
talk-
to Donald Trump. It's his friend. What's the
Are
big
they
deal?
that close of friends?
Yes.
That close.
Him, Belichick, and Brady are good
but
friends.
what I'm
yes.
saying is, like, you have problems with athletes making political statements, but you're giving Tom Brady the pass
because of a hat, and he said, "I don't want to talk about it, guys." And they kept pushing. And he goes, "I'm not going to talk
But I
about
will
it."
display the hat on national
In a locker room after a
network
game. I
everywhere.
mean, these guys will walk around with they're naked half the time. I mean, they're not. You think they're
What?
paying attention to all their surroundings? Yes, Lee, come on, like that's a shocker.
I've never seen that before.
It's a locker room. They're
It's
not
all
going to show
over
it on
you-
like regular
It's all over
games.
YouTube. Watch it. There's been incidental shots of nudity all the time. But anyway, back to Tom
I'm good.
Brady.
I think I'm good on that one, actually.
So Tom Brady's the best. He comes.
I mean, that's hard to.
He comes back.
That's hard
He
to.
comes back, wins the game like a true champ. He stuck it to every.
had to
So
pump-
my mother-in-law's
pump
there.
those,
So
deflate
my
those
mother-in-law's
balls.
there, and she's sitting there, and she goes, "This game's over," and I'm all like, "Yeah, it's probably over." She goes, I go, you know, he's a good friend of Trump. I go, Trump's probably bummed out right now. She goes, yeah, but they said Trump didn't have much of a chance to win. And so he's probably got about as much chance as Trump had. And I went, you got a point. And once she said those words, the comeback began. And I'm calling 2017 right now the year
Of the
for
comeback?
conservatives.
Oh.
Trump, Brady, already starting the year off strong. Okay, Belichick, best coach of all time. These are all conservative dudes because they got work ethic. They go out there and they work. You don't think Belichick and Brady work hard?
Well, you just railed on comparing politics and sports, and here you are talking about how conservative they are and how hardworking.
Yeah.
That is, come on, man.
They're not LeBron
Do you
James out there
realize how-
going, you know what, guys, I really don't like Trump. I think he's a terrible dude.
So
and,
the
you know,
problem-
I'm not going to go stay at his hotel. We go to town. I'm not going.
You started this whole thing with about you
And I
only
would've-
liking people because you disagree with their political leanings, and now you're doing exactly that.
And I'd follow up and
You're
go,
saying it's okay if you're conservative to do anything
Here we
you
go.
want
You be
as a sports athlete.
So
but if you're a liberal whiner, because I think you're a whiner, then it's not okay.
Has Belichick or Brady made any political statements in search for it right now? Zero. They've made none.
But that's not you.
Because their actions speak louder than their words. They're not, I'm not going to stay at a Trump hotel. Mr. LeBron James, have you ever stayed at a Trump hotel?
Okay, I have
bet
a
the answer
question
would
for
have
you.
been no. I bet
I
the
have a
answer-
question for you.
Someone
Has
lock that in.
LeBron James ever in his career been suspended for cheating by the league?
Has he ever been suspended for
Right.
cheating?
Has he ever missed a game for cheating?
Oh, I mean, no, but
Has Tom Brady ever missed a game
yeah, he missed four
for
games.
okay?
For
Has Bill Belichick ever cheated and been caught?
not directly.
Yes,
no,
yes,
not
for
directly.
the lip reading and the tape
lip
viewing.
reading. John, is lip reading? I'm sorry,
No, he was punished by the NFL.
John. Would you consider lip
That's a
reading?
that's a hardworking conservative there. You win by any means possible.
I'm gonna ask
if
John.
you have to take your wins
I'm gonna
from
kill your
another
mic.
team,
I'm about to kill
you
your mic.
do it.
About to kill your
his
mic. John.
Yeah, John, don't kill it. He's right because I got a great point
John,
and he knows it.
is lip reading cheating? Honestly, lip reading. Now be honest.
I don't know if it's saying anywhere in the books that lip reading is against the
Then why
rules.
did they punish him?
Because Goodell has it out for Belichick.
No,
he doesn't
why?
like the
it's
man.
illegal to steal signals from the
And
opposing
you
team.
read the Brady report. There was no proof.
It's morally corrupt. At the very least, it's morally
No
corrupt.
proof that the man cheated ever. No proof. The guys.
There is freaking
Lee,
no
I've read the
proof.
report. There's no hard proof. You live in a country.
Why would they suspend him then?
Here's-
Because Goodell had it
here's-
out for
yeah,
him.
because
that's
it's-
exactly what a conservative would say when they've been busted.
Lee, you like to,
it's the liberals have it out for me. They're whining about
But
it.
here's the thing: the liberals like to hide behind this. Everybody's innocent until
Both-
proven
both-
guilty.
Both sides do it.
Right, and now the guilty.
Thank you,
sides
John.
to it.
Thank
All-
you. That is what
all
I'm
32
saying.
from the chat from Decibel Geek. Check out the Decibel Geek podcast. All 32 teams attempt to cheat. New England just got caught. Bingo, bango, Mr. Tango.
But, okay, you're
All
talking
right.
about unsubstantiated proof.
Lee,
What?
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, son. Every NFL player will tell you that they bent the rules to win. If you ever played
That is morally corrupt.
oh, here's
If you cheat to win, that's what you want to tell your children? That's what you want to live your life through is cheat to win?
no, but I mean,
wow.
But are you
Wow.
familiar with baseball in the steroid era? Are you acting like that didn't happen?
Wow.
So you think there's some athlete out there?
Hey, dude.
Wait a sec, I thought
hey,
your boy.
I love
thought-
Lance Armstrong. He was the biggest cheater of all time.
There you go.
I'm not the one standing on a soapbox.
You still love the man.
Yeah, I still love the man.
So you don't like any athlete. then?
Spygate is what it was called. Spygate.
I'm familiar with where they
videotaping.
allegedly everybody was filming each other's practices. If you read into it, so
Punished? Yes.
yes, they took draft picks away, and guess what? They still keep winning. So my favorite moment of the game actually was watching Tom Brady come back like a freaking like light was shining on this guy. He was like, oh, it was amazing.
Did the clouds part?
The clouds
for him?
parted. Everything was going great. Actually, they said there was a baby born in a Boston, Massachusetts hospital. Hotel would have been terrible. Hospital. His name was Brady. He was born at like 9:28 p.m. They said the minute that child was born, the comeback started.
What's his last name? Thomas?
God delivered this
would've been
victory.
cooler.
This was destiny, my friend. The good guys won.
destiny.
I mean,
destiny.
and truthfully, I don't have anything against Atlanta.
What
I
do
mean,
you
actually,
sound like you do. You're calling them the good guys. Are you like a Robert Spencer guy?
Tom Brady's the good guy. Goodell's the bad guy. So the crowning moment was after the game when Goodell had to hand that trophy over to the guys. I tried to punish you guys so much. All right, take it. The fans booed him out of the stadium. He's the worst guy, but he'll continue to be the commissioner because they're making money, so who cares? So there you go.
That's what it's all about,
David
man.
is having a Tom Brady
I love it. Tom Brady.
All right, let's negotiate this, man.
Okay, let's do it.
He won the Super Bowl. Surely that brings down the price of the tattoo.
No, it
$5,000.
makes it go up.
$5,000.
Makes it go up.
Why did it make
Because
it go
the
up?
Brady stock is hot right now, baby.
That's what I'm saying. You got to get it on your butt, man.
Hey, for my next birthday, you can get a Tom Brady autographed football for $1,000. So just be keeping that in mind. All right, so anyways, that was Super Bowl. I got a story about it. So I went to, my son's birthday was this weekend. I went to Dave & Buster's. And no, it's crazy in there. You know, we're hanging out. We're having a good time. And me and my son decided to go over to the basketball hoop area, okay? Now, there's 2 basketball hoops side by side, and you play each other against each other. You know, who can shoot the most hoops.
Is this like an arcade style?
Yeah, so the balls come out, you shoot them. Okay. So my son goes to the left one. I put you get a little card, and you load up the tokens with it, you swipe the card. So I hit the left one, and then I walk over to the right one because we're going to play each other, and I feel something hit me on the side. It's like a kid or something. So I just look back and go, oh, I'm sorry, you know. Oh, boy. And so I put the card in, and I hear this lady go, you ought to be real proud of yourself. And I turn around and look at this lady, and I'm like, excuse me? Yeah, if you couldn't see, my children were trying to get into the game. Now, I'm not looking at the kids. I go, well, ma'am, I'm about to play my kid here. I'm sorry. Yeah, you ought to be real ashamed of yourself. These are special needs kids. And I look down, and it's 2, like, kids with, Down syndrome. And, never saw these kids, And so I'm just sitting there, and she goes, yeah, you're a real man. You ought to be real proud of yourself. You picking on these special needs kids. I'm just sitting there going, what am I supposed to do in this situation? I don't know. So I just go, yeah, I'm real proud. And she just keeps jawing at me for like another 15 seconds. And I just put the card in and just start shooting hoops. I was just like, is this lady just going around the world just using that tagline on people? I mean, come on, lady. You think I intentionally knocked down 2 of your special needs kids to go play this basketball game? This woman, I bet you $100. She walks around life pulling that line out wherever she goes.
How would we even prove that to get the $100? Because I might bet that.
We'll go find her. But I mean, she's just jawing like, "Oh yeah, you're such a man," Like
she told you that. That was her quote.
Yes, that's her quote. Yeah, you're such a quote playing in front of these special needs children. Get out of my face, lady.
I mean, she has kind of a point though.
No, I didn't see the kids, and I'm lined up to play the game. My son is on the left and I'm on the right. You play against each other. Like what were they going to do? So I would honestly.
Right. So tell us more. That special kids don't deserve to play.
So
basketball.
I was feel bad if those kids would stuck around. I was going to be like, you know what? For a minute before she started, I go, I will pay for their next game gladly. But then she just kept running her yap, dude. Just like, and she was just like this. I mean, she was just the worst person. I mean. Have you been to Dave & Buster's? There's like 1,000 people in a room for like 800 people. I mean, it's just so many people. And
doesn't sound fun. I've been to Dave & Buster's.
I mean, the kids love it, But where I dominate in Dave & Buster's is the trivia contest. I was smoking people left and right. I'm just glad.
What is it like?
So it's so you got 5 little seats and you got a buzzer.
Oh.
You got A, B, and C on there. And so the question comes up. If you got to answer it, and you got to answer it the fastest.
I just see you playing trivia with special needs kids.
I know. I was expecting those kids to come up behind me.
Getting up in their face. Got you, nerd.
I'm actually very quiet at the trip, but I just smoke people because it's how fast you can do it, along with can you get the questions right. So anyway, it was fun, but I just thought that was kind of I got slammed for picking on special needs people. So put that on my resume, Brio.
Oh, it's already on there.
And I'm a villain to that woman. You know that today.
You're a villain to a lot of people.
I thought that before. Like I hear people talk of other people, and you're always a bad guy in someone else's story, right? Like we got to be aware that we are bad guys in people's story. I mean, is that true? Like, Lee, can you think of someone that probably thinks of you as a bad guy?
Oh, I can think of a lot of people who think of me as
John, can you
couple at this table.
John, can you think of anyone that thinks of you? That's good with John. John, does anyone think of you think it's a bad guy, like in your entire life?
Off the top of my head, no, but I'm sure there is somebody out there that.
Isn't that crazy though? Really to think about.
I mean,
like,
when you think
it's not that crazy.
When you think about
no, like I'm talking like a really bad. I'm not talking like you're
when you
a minor
think about
character.
like for the most part, I mean, everyone probably thinks they're a pretty decent person.
Right.
And so to think that somebody out there, you're somebody's arch nemesis. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You are the Joker to someone's Batman in their world. Like, they hate you with
I just
passion.
wish I knew who it was so I could like trump it up, you know?
I go back to high school, and we used to talk about high school more often, but there was a kid that was friends with who?
David.
You?
David
probably.
Bay?
Yeah, me.
Should we
No.
say David Bay?
No. We'll say
Was
the
that
guy's name.
your arch nemesis?
No. I had many arch nemesis, but there was a guy
There's
that
no such thing as
there was
many.
there was one of John's friends that hated me with a passion. I didn't even literally know this guy. I mean, John, Aaron Schmoll, or whatever his name is. This guy hated me. I don't even know why the man hated me. Never even talked to this guy.
I don't know why he dislikes you.
I mean, so sometimes the hate's not even justified. Have I done things to people that would justify the hate? Yes, 100%. I know sometimes I'm too loud, I'm too proud for people, and they don't like it.
Shut the front door.
You know what I'm saying? So I know this, but it's just weird to think that to some people you're a great guy, and then on the people the other side, like, I mean, you could say with Trump, but I mean, I'm saying even on a smaller scale, of course, someone that big is bad, but whatever. Anyway, it was my son's birthday. We went to Dave and Buster's, and the Super Bowl happened, so it was a pretty good weekend for me. I all aces, my friend, all aces. And today we do want to say happy birthday to one of our listeners. Today is Sammy's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Sammy of the Finger Podcast, and me and Lee are going to be hanging with him on Friday in Rivergate at Bailey's.
Oh, we might not want to hand out that information.
No, it's cool. If you can hear this and you're in the chat right now, come
Go to
on.
Rivergate.
What if your arch nemesis is listening?
Aaron Schmoll, come on out. So if you want to come hang with us, you can come be me and Lee's like third, fourth wheel, because John, you won't be there. What's going on?
We'll be going to Pigeon Forge, doing a little early Thanksgiving trip with my wife.
Early Thanksgiving.
Not Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, Valentine's
About
Day.
to
Wow,
say.
that was you get the points here, baby. So so you're going to Pigeon Forge with the baby?
Yeah.
So you blew off Sammy for your wife is kind of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I put a premium on you listeners. I put a premium on you, so I'll be there for your birthday parties. But we got a few birthdays in February. It's good. So Dixon is in the chat as well. Hello, Dixon, and his birthday's in February. So Dixon, if you want to come hang with us in Bailey's, it's kind of I've been to Bailey's a couple times. It's it can be a little bit
No, let's just
a little bit
move
rough
on.
out there.
It's
So
not
bring your piece if you got it. Okay. So anyways, all right, Lee. So let's
They taking our guns.
leave with the news. We're gonna start the.
All right, I think we should. I want to kind of talk about the substitute teacher. I want to get
All
your
right.
take on that.
Let's do it. Read
All
it.
right.
Do it.
So there was a substitute teacher in Rutherford County that got fired. Is that right?
Well, I'd say he got fired after today. Yes.
Okay. So what did he do?
He took to social media in a very harsh way.
Read the tweet. What
I'm
the
looking
tweet
for
say?
it. Let's see if
Tweet
I can find
said, "Go back up. The only good roll back down. Stop. The only good Trump supporter is a dead Trump supporter." This is what this man posted
You
as a
see?
substitute
Okay.
teacher. Well, you know, I work in the public sector. I work for the government, and you know, especially when I worked for the police department for a time of my life, I knew that you should always be careful about what you put on social media. You know, I mean, it can definitely burn you.
Okay.
And the general thought is, if it's not something you would say, I don't know, maybe a guy would say that to, I don't know. I would just say if it's going to offend someone and you're in a public sector like that, you probably shouldn't. Or put it and just deal. I've worked with guys that said, I'm going to post what I'm going to post, and if they fire me, big deal.
I mean, honestly, losing a substitute teacher job is not that.
No.
It's very easy to become a
Right.
substitute
I could
teacher.
become a substitute teacher tomorrow. You only need, I think, like 60 hours of college.
I don't even think you didn't need I applied once.
Oh, okay.
You had to have a high school equivalent.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I'm
Yeah.
in. So I might go if I can. Number one, how did they find this tweet would be my first question. It's kind of weird. Like, are you really like, what are you doing, dude? If you're gonna
It was on Facebook, and it was like parents and stuff that.
but like, dude, use a fake name or something, bro. What are you
What?
doing?
You don't use a fake name on your Twitter, do you?
Yeah, but he's not talking about.
I'm not saying.
He's not saying stuff that could be viewed as a threat.
The only good Trump supporter is a dead Trump supporter.
I
I mean,
mean,
what is going on?
There's people
here?
who post stuff like that on Twitter all the time.
How old was this guy? They said.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
You don't have an age on this guy? We
No.
should call him up, try to interview him
I don't
next
even
week,
have
see
the-
what was going through his head.
They wouldn't talk to the news people.
Yeah, I don't think he has even a name on here.
Well, guy's an idiot.
No, David Collin.
David Collin, you are our. We should have Lee's idiot of the week. It's time for
That's
the
a great idea.
It's time for the idiot of the week.
And kicking off this week is from Nashville, David Brewington.
See, I was gonna say. I knew you were gonna say. I
Knew it.
I thought, is David Collins your idiot of the week? Well, we got some more
Okay,
stories.
so
We got
real
some-
quick,
Yeah.
yes, the guy should have been fired or no.
Oh, 100% yes. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right, there you go.
As a public sector, if he worked at a private company and they didn't want to fire him,
Oh,
that's
it's only
okay.
because he was a substitute school teacher?
He's a public
All right.
school teacher.
Well, let us know in the chat. Should he have been fired?
Well, the majority of people are saying yes, he should be immediately. All right, who we got? Oh, here we go. This is about to get
hot
here-
cakes.
All
Are
right,
you ready for hot cakes?
I'm ready. Go for it.
Go ahead. It's all you, baby.
So Trump elected the United States Secretary of Education, and it is appointed whatever. Betsy DeVos is the new Secretary of Education. So the liberals have lost their minds on this.
Yes,
Our good friend Casey Brewer, who no longer follows us on Twitter, he stopped following us on Twitter for some reason, so we stopped following him. But anyway, he is very upset about this. Many liberal people are upset about it. Lee was telling me
Losing
school
their
teachers are about it.
Who isn't mad about it?
I mean, I don't really care.
You know that the only reason she got appointed was because she paid everyone off.
I mean, I don't know much about
that's
it.
probably a
I mean,
slight exaggeration.
here's what I look at. Like I said, and me and Lee were talking about this the other night.
I agree with the chat on that
Can you
one.
name the last Secretary of Education?
No,
John.
you want to know what?
No.
Lee, can you name the last
No,
Secretary?
and you want to know why?
Can you name the one before that?
No, do you want to know
Can
why?
you name the one before
no,
that?
do you want to know why?
Okay, go ahead.
Because they actually appointed someone that was qualified for the
And
position.
implemented Common Core, which is stupid. So if people are so upset, if people think the public school system's really batting at a high batting average, I'd like to sit down and talk with you, and I will show
so
you.
you support vouchers?
I mean,
you support Christian-only schools?
No, not at all. What, do I support Christian-only schools? What is
Do
that
you
even?
think the biggest threat to schools are grizzly
That's
bears?
not what she said. That's not what she said. But
you
anyway,
want people shooting off guns at a public school?
so everybody's saying she's really unqualified. But you know what? I mean, look, I don't know much about the lady. Here's what I know. I'm speaking in general terms here. Whoever the man appointed, the people are going to be upset about. This is what I keep saying every week. Whatever this guy
No,
does,
he could have brought in some bipartisanship and actually appointed like someone that was qualified, maybe even that didn't brown nose him or pay. Like he said, he's going to drain the swamp, and he brings in someone that literally bought their position into government.
Okay, so let's quote Dennis Green. He is who we thought he was. If you want to crown him, then you crown him. You guys are surprised that the majority of
No,
people,
we're just upset.
the
We're not
majority of
surprised.
deplorables voted this guy in. Lee, listeners of the program, I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I could have told you this was going to go off the rails at some point. All right, don't act surprised
So
every
then don't
week.
act surprised when people protest it and are upset
Well, what's the
about
protesting
it.
doing? It's doing nothing at all. You're doing absolutely
This
nothing.
woman is a travesty.
We don't live in a
travesty.
We do not live in a system where you protest and we kick the guy
I
out of
thought you
office.
were pro-American. This
I
is
am
so
pro-American.
This is the most. It's
Do something. Get some congressmen in. Get some senators in. Go vote when it matters. You, and to quote Lee, you idiots, you don't even go out and vote when it matters. My vote doesn't count, but
that protesting does
But
a
that
whole lot.
protesting when I'm gonna go up to the we want you out. I mean, this is not a Mr. Show skit where you show it with
Hey, ho, ho. Trump has got to go.
And Trump's listening. Well, you know what, guys? You threw it out there. I'm going. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave the White House because 50.
Well, that's how you feel.
I mean, come on, man.
America, I'm fired.
Truthfully, I mean, if we look at Trump from just a neutral perspective, this woman's going to be fired soon anyway. He's going to fire half of his staff within the year. I guarantee you this. I bet that Sean Spicer will be
he'll
fired
probably
in 6
fire
months.
everyone but her because she paid the money, man. This woman is a travesty to public education, and she's appointed Secretary of Education, man. It's not like they could have put her somewhere, but they appointed her Secretary of Education.
She's a woman.
Like
There's
what if like where you work they came and they said, David, we're
I do
promoting
not
you.
support what he just
We're
said.
promoting you to head
No.
engineer.
What is
We're
that?
promoting you to head engineer.
I would pay raise.
Yes.
I accept,
But would it be a good idea?
I accept your job.
But would it be a good
Yeah,
idea?
sometimes you got to roll outside the buy. If anybody's listening, who I
Way
work with,
outside.
Your
I mean,
department would be in
sometimes-
serious trouble because you know
No.
nothing about engineering.
but I would
No,
surround myself with
It's called delegation.
Yeah, I would surround myself with good people, and we'd go from there. Look, no, you're right. It would be a terrible idea for a non-engineer to be over engineering. But here's the thing with this lady, Betsy DeVos. I mean, she's a woman. There's that. I mean, didn't they have the feminist march a few weeks back and say equal rights for women? Equal rights for women. Oh, well, there you go. You got what you want. You got
she
your
might
woman.
be anti-woman though, man.
But you got no.
Wouldn't you
See,
like to be a fly on the wall for the phone
how
call when
can
you offered her
wait.
the job?
How can the feminists march and be against women who aren't pro-feminist? That defeats the whole purpose.
no, I'm saying you can be a woman and be anti-woman.
Right, but the feminists still have to support her because she's a woman, right? Isn't that how that works? Yeah, there's some people.
Not
that-
if you're anti-woman though. If you are anti-woman, then you.
If I'm PETA, I got to support every animal. Whether that animal eats humans or not, I'm still going to support the animal, right? No?
I don't know.
Okay, so if you're a feminist and you're out there saying we want equal rights for women, then you got to support this lady. You should be happy. It's a woman. It could have been another white male.
Do you know how she got her money too?
Are they celebrating?
Her husband was a damn Amway.
So what? Didn't he
Amway,
work,
the giant pyramid scheme.
Then he worked his ass off. Good for him.
Worked
My
his
God, did
ass
Amway
off,
guy
scamming people for?
Well,
a
hey, John
living.
was in the system, okay? He knows what it's about. Look, Kellyanne Conway, Betsy DeVos, these are women. This is what you wanted. You're getting what you wanted. Keep the wheel going. The public schools are screwed anyway. I hope she does good. She probably won't. Who cares? I mean, what else can I say? That's my hot take on it.
All right. Well, people are in the chat are saying that a lot of people like her. Whatever.
Well,
like, yeah,
no,
if you
okay.
are pro-Christian school, if you are pro-voucher, if you want to see public school system decay and go away, then yeah, she's probably your
Well,
person.
I don't know that we need that, but
She's probably
and then
your person.
so Katie's in the chat and she said, "You don't support every man." Well, no, but I don't claim to be a whatever that would be, a manist, a menist, whatever menist,
A
That's pretty good.
machoist.
a machoist. I don't.
Macho
you know
man,
who I
David
support? I
Broom.
support myself. You know,
Masculine.
I support myself and my family, and that's it.
As needed.
I would never join a group
All
that
right.
says we support all of one person. Speaking of the next news story, go ahead.
Oh, you're the one that knows all about
All right.
this. I was
If you've
surprised
heard of-
to even hear about
So it's
such
either-
a thing would exist.
Now, I'm the worst with names, so if I screw up the name, I'm sorry. But it's Milo or Milo Yiannopoulos. Now, this guy, you say the name, liberals, they have heart attacks.
Lose
They,
their
they hate
mind.
they hate this guy. You know, once again,
I don't know why.
We're only-
Wait, we're about to find
we're
out.
only for free speech when it's what we want to say. But anyway, so he has he set up apply for the Yiannopoulos Privilege Grant. Now, the Yiannopoulos Privilege Grant is exclusively available to white men. I'm trying not to laugh for people to understand what I'm saying. It's only available to white men who wish to pursue their post-secondary education on equal footing with the female, queer, and ethnic minority.
Wow.
Well, he's gay, so you can say that. The female, queer, and ethnic minority classmates. You can apply for it. Are you eligible?
Wow.
John, are you a U.S. citizen?
I am.
Okay. You must be currently enrolled or will be enrolled into college. Could you get into a college in the next 6 months?
I think I
full
could.
time. Full time.
Full time, whatever. Are you open to all majors, John?
What is that? That's
Do you agree to the release that says you're a white man?
I
you
am a
agree
white
to the
man.
Then you're
release
in. John,
by-
you sh- John,
wait,
you
here's
should-
the release. By applying for the privilege grant, you agree that the contents of your application, excluding your name and other identifying materials, may be used by the YPG for promotional purposes. Your data will never be sold, and your privacy will be protected.
John, you're in.
Sweet.
All right. John's part of the Yiannopoulos Privilege Grant. Lee, are you in? Do you do you fit those qualifications?
I don't want to go back to school. I have no
I
desire.
I did go back to school, and I don't want to go back
I have
either.
no desire for that.
So what is your thoughts on this, Lee?
It's ridiculous,
Why?
man. The white privilege
Why is
scholarship.
it ridiculous? Tell me why. I'm not saying it's not. I'm
It
saying
just sounds.
so it sounds ridiculous, but tell me why it is ridiculous.
I feel like
Is there
if you're white and privileged, you probably already have the means to go to college.
all
and
white people have the means to go to
That's
college?
not what I said. If you're privileged,
No, it's white privilege, not privileged
Privileged.
whites. It's white privilege. It's a different term. It's not privileged whites. It's the white privilege scholarship.
So you're supporting this.
If you want to set up a private scholarship for people, I don't have a problem with it.
So what if
No.
the KKK came out with one that was like used an offensive name,
Are
like
they-
the anti-beep scholarship?
Are they paying for the
Yes.
funds with their own money?
Yes.
Then I don't have a problem with it.
So what if they said like the Kill Trump scholarship, and then they posted
Well,
to Twitter?
that's against the rules, though. You shouldn't even say that on the podcast. We could literally get arrested
That-
for
but-
you just saying that right now.
No,
Like,
I didn't say.
yes, you just said.
I was
I could
making-
I could literally pull that clip and I could just play it over and over again, and it would sound like a bad thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like you honestly draw lines about
what was
what's
it called
acceptable.
again? What was it called again?
It's called the "Don't Steal My Voice" and take.
Not me.
It will not hold up
Lee,
in
anyone
courts.
that listens to the show. I don't know about that. Anyways,
My point is, you have a line. It's just not white privilege.
so what? So what would you do? You would stop this. You would stop him from funding
I
white
don't
people
know.
going to
I
college.
this is the first I've heard of this. So
This guy's a troll.
if
Is
he-
everybody saying he's a troll? That's what he
Yeah,
does.
Okay, well
man.
there you go. It's a troll.
It's hot takes. It's Clay Travis. It's your boy Skip Bayless. It's Stephen A. Smith. It's just saying
They
things.
support this, or they
No.
get
It's
riled
just
up
it's
about
hot takes. It's just
Hot cakes.
statements to come out. It's a hot take here, a hot
You hear
take
me
there.
meow?
Everybody's a hot take. Come on, man. Whatever. If the guy wants to do it and he's paying for it, John, do you have a problem with it?
Like then don't
If
even.
it's his own money, and I mean, it's paying for an education. Well,
Right.
no.
I mean, is there a problem with that? I mean, there's the NAACP college
It's-
fund. Does anyone have a problem with
He's
that?
just doing it to be a.
Of course he's doing it. His name's on the thing. Of course he's doing it for the publicity. I mean, I could tell you that.
I don't know.
So
I don't feel
Dixon
like
said
that.
he thought you said keel and not kill. There's
I
a
was
big difference.
referencing the guy's tweet.
What was
in
it called again,
Rutherford
though?
County.
I forgot what it was called.
All right.
Okay,
So we probably need to do a little
we need to do what?
Dear John.
Oh, Dear John. Okay, so every week, we're starting to get more and more. Tons of emails, letters, faxes, text, messengers, all kinds of stuff. I'm getting inundated with this stuff, John. So I don't know. People heard your last advice where you gave some good advice, and people loved it. So we do a little segment called Dear John, and it's not playing.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah,
The
we
sweet
had to open
sounds
the door,
of
man.
Dear John.
So every week, John gives out advice. And this is a good one because this is actually an audio clip from a listener. So you can't say we're making this one up.
Well,
People
I mean,
say-
we didn't make the other one.
no,
though.
we didn't.
All
But,
right, keep your hand out of the frame. Come
but
on.
people are saying that we are making them
That's
up.
a good look for me.
You're breaking
actually.
down. You're breaking down the magic.
Okay. All right. Here we go. So this is from a listener of the show, and she wants to get your advice. So here we go.
Dear John, I've been swiping right for days. My stomach, but also my heart. No man is willing to meet up with a strong Russian like me. Well, except the creeps. What am I doing wrong? How can I meet the man of my dreams? What do I put in my bio to really hook the right guy? The chronic right swiper.
All right, John. You catch all that?
All right.
All right. Here we go.
So, John, do you know what Tinder is, right?
I know what.
You know,
Tinder is.
swiping right is good.
Yeah, swiping right is good.
All right. Here
Swiping
we go.
left, not so
listen
good.
up. Here we go.
That's a dangerous game to play when you're just swiping right on everybody. I think a listener, I think you just need to be honest with yourself and just swipe the ones that you want. I think eventually it'll happen.
What does she put in her bio?
What's she put in her bio?
I'd have to know what her bio says, but I mean,
Well, what do you put? What would you put in it? What would you suggest
Yeah, how-
someone put in a Tinder bio to hook the right guy? Not a creep.
not a creep.
Yeah.
What would repel you away from a person?
That's hilarious. So funny.
Woo,
I guess
savage.
if they put "I'm really a man" in their profile, I'd probably.
Come on, man.
Steer clear of them.
Come on. What would they do, man? What
do
what
you
should they put in
your
the
Tinder
bio?
bio pic to attract a good
To
guy?
attract a good guy,
Yeah.
I think she just has to put down what she really wants. What
No.
does the listener really want? That's what she should put in her bio.
But
and
she's
be
saying
honest.
these guys are intimidated by her because she's a strong woman.
Well, she
so-
should probably want a strong man.
So put in it. I'm looking for a strong man.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
That's it.
chat's cracking me up right now.
Okay, we got a lot of good suggestions. We have some for fedoras, katanas,
Sammy's is killing me.
anime.
He literally asked John's wife, who's in the chat, she's swiping left or right on John after this response.
Oh man!
And she just laughs.
So that's your advice. So your advice is,
I'm looking for
sum
a
it up.
strong man.
I'm looking for a strong man.
The truth.
The truth.
All right.
Yeah.
There
All
you go.
right, there we go. This
Roll
week's
it out,
Dear
baby.
John. Every week, you can email us at bybpod@gmail.com. That's bybpod@gmail.com with your advice that you need from John. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, who knows? Or you can message us on Twitter or Facebook. So
If you go to bybpod.com and look at the right column, you'll see a link that says leave a voicemail. Just click on that, cue up your microphone, and drop a voicemail for hashtag Dear John.
there you go. All right. I don't know that it helped her too much, but, hey,
Hey.
we'll see.
That's what you get when you.
That's what you get with you,
Dear
Dear John.
John.
You never know. It's like life is like Dear John's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get out of it. All right. So we go forward. We love our listeners. We think they're the best. This is the best chat we've had right now. There's 200 people in the chat. They're all going strong. It was 300 when it started. A few left with Lee's comments about Trump, but it's
I
fine.
apologize.
It's fine. Well, you apologize for now. We'll play that on
I'll
next
wear
week.
a safety pin next week. I promise.
We'll have to remember that for the apologies for next week.
There we go. Now, during the week, we ask you to take a selfie, send it to us at BYBpod on Twitter, and do. I can't look at the chat anymore. Basically, okay. Dixon said about the Dear John real quick. Does it have to be as seductive as the one left today? No, Dixon. It can be any bit of advice you need from John. It can be what color should I paint my house? What kind of car should I get? Should I ask my boss for a raise? It can be any question.
Toasted or untoasted coconut on your key lime truffle.
It
whatever.
can be any question.
Whatever.
Okay. All right. So every week we ask our listeners to send us a selfie. You go to at BYBpod. You know how to use Twitter, hopefully. Send us a message. Use the hashtag #BlameYourSelfie. Put your little note on there. We'll give you a shout out on the show. We'll push your product. We'll do whatever you want, So let us get going. The first one, which is from Brianna. She actually has commented on a few of our YouTube pages. And she's the best. She's one of the new favorite listeners for me. And she did hashtag #BlameYourSelfie. And she's at Bree Poe. If you want to follow her on Twitter, just go to our Twitter page. You'll see all the stuff is retweeted. If you guys haven't done this yet, it probably says you should or you would. Also, catch BYB on YouTube. And she's got a picture of her at her cubicle holding up a heart with at BYB Pod. So
Verification.
that's pretty awesome. She's real. We know
She's real.
Hey, we know she's real. So anyways, we're moving on to the thing.
Whatever could you mean by
I
that?
don't know. This is Sammy. Happy birthday, Sammy.
Happy
Happy birthday, man.
Sammy.
I'm gonna buy you a drink or whatever tomorrow. You let me know. At BYB Pod, it says the birthday bash is Friday, 8 p.m. at Bailey's. So, okay, I can't. The chat, I gotta stop.
Get it.
Okay, the birthday bash is Friday, 8 p.m. Bailey's. So he has invited everyone that listens to the show by this tweet right there. By the tweet right there. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Keep it going.
Don't even look at the chat.
Chocolate chip pancakes, baby.
I'm distracted now.
Are they pancakes?
I'm distracted. I'm distracted. All right, here's the beautiful Katie, one of our favorites. I mean, I'm not. It's like you have two kids. You got three kids. They come to you, Dad. Who's your favorite?
All right, I got a little bit of insider info.
You can't.
I got a little bit of. She was upset that she was top 3.
Well, I know, but I've got 3 kids. I can't. I know I really probably have a favorite kid, but I can't tell the kids who's the favorite. I can't tell the listeners who's the favorite.
I tried to bait you into it.
Katie is like old school. Like if we were just going on seniority, she's number 1. Okay. Yeah, and now I've kind of trapped myself because now there's other.
It's kind of like the entire show.
Now there's qualifiers. So
you say something and then you stick your mouth in it.
Katie, I didn't even read the
that's not
thing.
right.
She said, "Blame yourselfie. Where's the snow? I love the dress, love the tattoo. Katie's the best,
perfect.
even though she seems to like Lee the best. So she kind of falls down a little bit on.
Well,
she's. It's fine.
That is negative.
fine.
She's a reader. She's a little.
I like to read
she's
books
intelligent,
too. I've talked about this. Anyway, all right. Here's another one. This is a guy here.
Is
obviously
she a glugger as well?
liberal.
I don't think there's no one that can drink like me.
Obviously a liberal. Brother to blame says me. Thank goodness it's Friday. Thursday. Good morning. Me. Sigh. Glug glug glug. Hashtag blame yourselfie.
There you go. It's that kind of morning.
Yeah, he's got a nice bar over here. If you ever get invited over, Oh, Bailey says that's a first. Someone likes Lee. All right, keep going.
She just earned some points there.
Yeah, Bailey's. Okay, this another one by Brianna Bree. This is she's double duty. She wins this week for best selfie because she did 2. She said, "Blame Your Selfie," brought to you by Bad Hair Thursday. I think that hair is amazing. I think it looks like kind of like Dolly Parton in the 70s. I think Brianna's pretty freaking awesome. So
well, she can probably do a really nice updo, I'm guessing. So, she just went a little more casual with it, but still looks awesome.
All right. Fantastic. Brianna. Okay. Here, this is a new submission now. This is our friend Sarah at Caution Spoilers, which is a pretty awesome Twitter name. But she actually has a website. I believe it's cautionspoilers.com, where she does movie reviews every week. If you follow her on Twitter at Caution Spoilers, she reviews great movies. She reviewed 50 Shades of Grey, the first one, and Wayne's World. And she does movie reviews and things like that through Twitter and on her site. Yeah, I mean, she does.
Why did you pull?
No, this is the most recent two she did. And we talk frequently. She's from England. She said, #blame your selfie for drinking far too much last night on a rare night out in freaking London. Today, it's comfort food time. Got some pretty tasty treats right there, I'm guessing. And she's awesome. So go follow her.
Crumpets.
At Caution Spoilers.
At Caution Spoilers. She's the best. So she is new to the squad. So we love it. We love new people coming in. And go check out our website. Go follow her. If you don't, we don't like you. All right. This is from Michael Anthony Nicholas. He must be far out in the water when he took this. It says,
that's a really, really good selfie stick right there.
It says, the moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one. There you go. There's your major key. Okay. So anyways, we're moving on. Here's okay. I mean,
there's so many favorites this week.
Bethany,
how are you gonna pick one?
So if I was gonna pick, since Katie has screwed me over and admitted openly that Lee is her favorite of the show, and John's probably number 2, so I'm probably number 3. Truthfully,
I had to bribe her though.
I'm just gonna pick
string cheese, baby.
Yeah, wine and string cheese.
If I'm doing the rankings this week for David, Brianna, number 1, Bethany. No, I'm going to do
freaking London.
Caution Spoilers number 2, Bethany number 3. And this is right now. There could be more.
Rough, man.
There could be more spoilers. I don't know who else is up here. But Bethany G says, "Yay Thursday! See the Terminator photobomb behind her." It's Bethany, man. I mean, what else can you say? Like that.
Well, she's got a new purple hair.
She's got purple hair.
Every time Bethany makes a post, she becomes cooler and cooler.
Right. She is right. Okay.
Wow, I wish people would say that about me.
We got more. We got
people to lie.
We got one that just came in too.
I'm sure.
All right, we got John who posted this twice. He posted the first one. It didn't go through.
Didn't go through the first time.
Didn't go through.
I don't know how to work the Twitter machine.
Oh, you've never deleted a tweet? Seriously.
Never deleted a tweet. John Torello at BYB Pod watching Legion FX. #blame your selfie, the new FX show about Professor X's son, who's a mutant with superpower. It's pretty good.
It's weird.
I've heard it's weird, so I like weird stuff. So yeah, I want to check it out though. I've been watching O.J. Simpson Crime Story.
Okay, that sounds good.
It's pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Everyone's trying to outact each other in every scene, so it's just like it's just pure insanity. Check this out.
All right.
I like this. This may break the top 3 right here. This is Copper Top at Rose262 said at Blame Your Selfie, thought you could use a sunglass selfie, and there you go. Number 1, redhead, bing, that's a point already, as Katie already knows.
What did the kids say she's on? Flick? Is that Fleck?
Katie's upset with this statements I made, but anyways.
Of course I would be too.
No, but she's saying this is untrue. She never said those statements. So yes, this is Copper Top. She started following this week, and she is.
I love
amazing.
the purple lipstick.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Cool,
so she makes
those glasses are pretty rad.
She makes the top 3 this week. I'm gonna slide her in as a new.
And you know who I'm really disappointed about?
Who?
Not seeing Pizza Dad Lives, man.
Oh,
I don't get a chance to slander.
There you go,
Pizza
Jeffrey.
Dad.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
You getting run off the reservation this week, my friend. So that's some of our guys. Hey man, you guys are great for doing that, and. Yeah, Sammy's redheaded, Katie's redheaded, Copper Top's redheaded. So there you go. And I'm brave enough to pick a top 3.
Gingers.
Unlike the other guys beside me, I don't hear them picking top 3s for this week. Do you?
They're all my favorite children.
Yeah, okay.
You really want me to pick a top 3?
No, it's fine. We're going to move on.
Let's figure this out. We'll all take different top
We love the listeners. You guys come through every week. It's amazing. All right. So also every week, it wouldn't be enough if we discussed the news in our funny way, our satirical way. It wouldn't be enough if we brought you the best news stories. And it wouldn't be enough if we just If we showed you the hottest listeners in the land. That'd be like enough. But not only do we do that, we also give you life advice. As I pull this up, in a little segment called The Major Keys.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
That's not the key. I want the
You're not going to stand up with me?
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now.
Everybody stand up right now. If you're at home, stand up.
I got the keys now.
All right, there we go. It's time for the major key of the week. Now, like I've said, I do a lot of the heavy lifting around here. I could give you major keys for the rest of your life. What good would that do the show? So I rely on the left and the right coming together. Unlike our current state of politics, they're going to get together. They're actually going to work across the aisles to give you the major key of the week. Guys, go ahead.
I think I've got two thoughts. One, something about David Mann crushing on Tom Brady, obviously. And also, I think the Tinder, what was that? Put you want a strong man on your Tinder. always
You want a strong man.
Always use the truth on your Tinder bio.
Yeah. I was thinking, don't have top threes.
Don't have top threes.
Don't
That's
have
a
top
good one.
threes.
All right, roll it, baby. Roll it.
Wait, what is it?
Don't have top threes.
Don't have top threes. Here we go.
Gotta make it top five.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now.
Everybody. If you're at home, stand up. Throw your hands up.
All right, there you go. Don't have a top three. It's your major key. We'll have this up on the website at some point. It's me, Mom. I'm famous.
You're breaking down the fourth wall.
All right, so this is how it should. This is what the people want. They want a big video of me. So, guys, if you're listening to this on the podcast, you're like, man, these guys are having a lot of fun in the chat. They're having a lot of fun with each other. You're right. So you need to go to youtube.com/blameyourbrother. Come interact with us live. You get to see videos, the news stories behind us, pictures, all kinds of good stuff, and the selfies alone are worth it. So every Thursday around 8 p.m. should be. We'll just say every Thursday, 8 p.m. be here. We'll hang out and, we'll have fun. So also make sure you subscribe on iTunes or whichever way you get the show. But if you do it on iTunes, leave us a 5-star rating and review. Go to iTunes, search Blame Your Brother. You'll pull up the podcast. Go to the website, bybpod.com. That's bybpod.com. Use our Amazon link. Do you like to shop on Amazon? I do. I'm addicted to it, and I buy too much crap on it. I just bought 3 things today on it. But if you're going to buy things on it, use our link and
help the show out.
There you go. Good job. All right. And also, we are, like I said, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google. Find it on there. Find us on Radio Vegas Rocks every Thursday around 3 p.m. Go support them. Man, just spread the show. Tell your friends. That's the best way, really, to get the word out. Tell all your friends about it. And go to our YouTube, youtube.com/blameyourbrother. Exclusive YouTubes during the week, and you get to check out the show live. So, I guess, did I miss anything? Everything sound good?
I'm
we'll
on
make
Twitter.
You famous.
I'm on Twitter @BrotherToBlame.
All right. So I guess with that being said,
don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.